everyone, my name is Laurel and this is my very first YouTube video, so I thought I would kick it off with 50 facts about me. But before we get into that, I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer. I wanted to create a safe place for everyone to just show up as they are, and I just wanted to make sure that that was my intention before starting this whole YouTube journey. So because life is messy and very imperfect, I just wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same level, that my life is not perfect. I do not have the perfect faith. I do not have the perfect house. I don't have the perfect story or body or makeup or wardrobe or lifestyle or diet. I don't have any of those things, guys. And you know what? I don't have it all together. And that's okay. So let go of that icky feeling that you are not doing enough if you don't have all of those either. It's okay. Here we just come as we are and take it one day at a time. So let's jump in. I was born in May of 1999, so that means I am 22 years old. I love sports. That means baseball, football, anything with kind of hand-eye coordination, guys. I absolutely love it. I love water. For whatever reason, I just like water. I don't like most drinks. I don't like pop. I don't like juices. I don't like most beverages. I don't drink coffee. I'm not really a big hot drink person either, so it's not really teas. It's just an occasional beverage, guys, which is kind of weird because, next fact, I'm actually a barista at Starbucks. So I'm trying to find things that I like to do and drink, and currently at the moment I love the matcha latte, but my most favorite at the moment is a custom tea latte where you make a peach tranquility latte. So it's just like a peach tea, and then you add oat milk to it and add a little bit of sugar-free vanilla syrup to it and then some cinnamon powder on the top. I am extroverted. Most of my family, they're all introverted, so it was kind of difficult for me when I wanted to go out and do things. I really had to learn to get that independence because no one else wanted to go with me. I am the second oldest child, so I have 3 other siblings. One's 14, 20, then there's me at 22, and my sister who is just turned 24. Next one is my favorite YouTuber, and actually it's been my family's favorite YouTuber for a while. It's a group though, it's called Team Edge. Guys, we love you. My family's been watching them for, I think, going on 6 years now. So it's been pretty close to when they first started. During all of this quarantine, you know, isolation, staying at home, these lockdowns and stuff, my favorite thing to do has been binge watching a bunch of vlogs on YouTube. You know, day in the life of other people, things that they're doing for fun, them going out to lunch, different things. I don't know, I love seeing that. I am a musician, so I sing. I've been on a worship team for a few years, but it's been in between with switching over churches and things. But I'm also an amateur guitar player and piano player. I want to have an online business. It is something that I have always wanted to do. It's been quite a few years now that, especially with all what's happened in recent years, is that me digging into different ways that you can have an online business. I am a Christian. That is one of the most important things in my life, is following Jesus and making him known and just showing that love and that light to other people, because there's so much chaos and darkness in this world that I just think you could always do with some more love and more kindness. So that is one of the biggest things that I live by, and I became a Christian when I was 14. So I wasn't raised as a Christian, and my family wasn't Christian, but when I was 14, my entire family all accepted him into our lives, and we started to go to church since then. I hate horror movies. It is the worst thing for me. Okay, it's not that I don't know why, guys. I'm just not a horror movie. Anything paranormal, nope. Anything that's gonna live rent-free in my head for a long time, I want to make sure that I'm double checking if I actually want it there, because there's a lot more important things that I could have in my brain instead of being scared at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's dark and I hear a noise. On the same page. Cool. I love Christian contemporary and worship music. It is my absolute go-to for all music. I don't really have a genre that I listen to. It's just literally Christian worship. I grew up around, you know, heavy metal and pop songs and rock and all of those, so I have quite the broad range before I became Christian, because that's just what we listened to. But then you realize how much hate and anger and sadness is filled into most of those songs, and I don't identify with that music anymore, so it's just not something that I find myself singing. I was a lamb doula when I was 16, which I know, I'm not sure if anyone knows what that is, but it means that I helped some sheep birth lambs. And you're also taking care of them, so you're surrounded by baby sheep, and they're all like having little vests and jackets on, and it was the cutest thing. Like seriously, it's like goats in pajamas level of cuteness. Next one is I have 3 siblings, like I've already told you, but I also have 4 step siblings. I would love to road trip across the US. I'm from Canada. I'm Canadian, but it has been a dream of mine to just road trip in like a camper van type of conversion and just a road trip the entire way through the bottom, especially the bottom of the US, going through Florida, through Texas, to California is a big thing, Arizona, honestly everywhere that it's warmer. That is the place I really want to go to and drive through. I think that would be the most fun thing ever. And like I said, I am Canadian and I live currently in Ontario, Canada, and I won't get any more specific because it's a smaller city. I was born in BC, BC, Canada, British Columbia, and I moved to Ontario a few years ago with all of my family. I love, and honestly, I will never stray from using Apple products, but just a couple, last week, a week and a half ago, I got my MacBook. And it's MacBook Air. I am absolutely in love with it. I can't believe I didn't have one before, but we always just had different laptops. But I will never go back to using any other type of laptop. Just saying. If I could have any superpower, like ever, it would definitely be flying. I don't know why I had this obsession with the sky, and I just love seeing the landscapes and the overall, like the bird's eye view of the world. It just absolutely intrigues me and fascinates me, and I am just in awe and wonder of the creation that we have, and I think that's the perfect view for it. My favorite season is spring and fall, anything where you can actually make a cute outfit where it's not too cold and not too hot, where you're sweating buckets and you can't layer anything. Some like weather in between where you're not having to take off a layer or two every time you walk in and outside. I think that's the perfect temperature. My go-to outfit is definitely jeans and a sweater, or a t-shirt or something, and sneakers. That is my absolute, it's comfort, but I also can be stylish at the same time. What does a perfect day look like to me? I would say my perfect day would be a beautifully sunshiny spring day, and there's a slight breeze, but you're going for a walk, you're going to maybe an amusement park, or you're going out to lunch, something where you can be outside, but just enjoying the sunshine, and it's a perfect photography day as well. Having some good food, surrounded by some friends and family, and just honestly a very light and airy day. That would be my most favorite day. Next one is, what do I find attractive in other people? Well, I'll start off with a heart for Jesus. That is always the most attractive thing to me, and it just changes how you show up and how you care for people and how you are considerate and you're inclusive. Those type of things is when your love for Jesus melts into every aspect of your life. Another thing for me personally is musically inclined. Great with kids. That is a big one. It melts my heart when somebody is really good with kids. And not to mention a passion for life and adventure. That's something that even for myself, it is a very, I just want to have excitement. I want to go and enjoy the world and go out and do things. Like, again, I'm extroverted, so having an adventure, going for a walk, going to an amusement park, going for a road trip, anything like that, I am totally down for, and that would be fantastic. I have a fear of things I cannot see. Whatever it is, if it's a video game or a jump scare or a horror movie or being in the dark or just things that are not expected and I cannot see, my anxiety goes through the roof, and I cannot do it. I don't drink or smoke. I grew up around a lot of alcohol abuse and things, so that is something that I just have chosen for myself not to participate in any means. It's not based on religion or anything. It's just that I know that there's a fine line of where it can tip over, where it's too much and it takes control of your life. So I just don't want to walk on that tightrope. My favorite food, honestly guys, I cannot pick a favorite food. My family loves like things from different cultures. So Italian food, I love spaghetti and lasagna and pasta, just pasta. Yes, and bread. That as well. But we also love tacos, we love sushi. So I can't pick one. They're just all so good, and honestly, if I was gonna pick one for a birthday dinner, they'd probably alternate every year. So that's just me. I am 5'6". I have taken cake decorating classes, and I think I'm pretty good at it. I love baking and stuff, but since taking those classes, I hate icing. I will not, like literally, it started to make me gag. I have never been in a relationship, or have I ever dated anyone. Never, ever. It just hasn't been a priority to me, and I don't think I've found anyone that I actually would want to go out with. So there's that. But I believe in God's timing, and I will find the perfect person when I am ready and when they are ready. I never went to summer camp as a kid, but I had the opportunity to work at a summer camp for 1 year when I was a young adult. That was a few years ago now, but it was fantastic. Honestly, I do recommend doing that if you love kids and you love Jesus and you love incorporating that together. I have never broken a bone in my body. No, I've had other, soft tissue injuries, but I've never broken a bone. I love amusement parks, and I will always go on the biggest ride and would want someone to go with me because I want to experience that with somebody, but it's usually pulling teeth to try to get someone to go with me. I love the thrill. I love the view you get when you're usually on those tall rides. It's my thing. I currently have aligners in to fix my teeth, not at this exact moment so I can talk properly, but I have aligners and I've been wanting them for so many years, but we couldn't afford it when I was a kid, so something that I definitely wanted to scratch off my list is get clear aligners. So we finally got that, guys. We're making progress. I moved a lot when I was a kid, but I've lived in over 20 houses. When I was in high school, I was in a jazz choir, and it was extracurricular and after school, and honestly, I loved it. I still have the uniform for it. My love language is acts of service, with a close second between quality time and physical touch. Currently, my favorite worship song is Battle Belongs by Phil Wickham, so definitely go listen to it. I have not been to university or college. I have taken a bunch of courses and stuff for different aspects of an online business, but nothing that has been accredited and not actual school. I really want to own a Jeep. It has been a dream vehicle of mine for a few years now, but one thing that I realized is that their tow capacity is absolutely terrible, and it could not pull a trailer like I had wanted it to. I am a serial entrepreneur. Where do you think I was going with that? I'm a serial entrepreneur, and honestly, I've been doing it since, I can't even remember when. It's a very long time. Everything has always been about creating a business, and it's been in every aspect that you could think of. It's just actually interesting how from such a young age that it is totally carried on to who I am today. I have a knack for learning pretty much anything. It's a weird but cool skill to have. Just the fact that if I really dug into anything, I'd be pretty good at it pretty soon. Next thing is I am right 99% of the time, and I try not to let that go to my head. It's just, I don't speak usually to just hear myself, so when I do offer words or a suggestion or a guess, I usually have a pretty good reason and a pretty good knowledge in that before I would say something. I am a great cook. I love cooking. I was doing it for my family for many years, I think since I was like 12. I've been cooking for my family just because of what I grew up in. However, I have not mastered the art of cooking for one person. We have leftovers for days sometimes. So that's something I have to work on, because learning how to proportion just for one person it's a nightmare. When I'm cooking, I'm like, oh, that should be enough for 2 people, and ends up being enough for 6. I don't know why I can't just, I know I just said that I'm right 99% of the time, but that's the 1%. I have not been to Disneyland ever. or Disney World, but it is on my bucket list to do. Next thing is, I have never been to a wedding, ever. I have not even been in a wedding as just a regular attender. It seems odd to me. The first wedding I go to might be my own. We'll see. Next one is, I don't have any games on my phone because I feel it wastes my time too much, and I want to guard my time because I think there's more productive things I can be doing with it. So it's just a self-control thing that I really try to make sure that I have, because I just want to make sure my priorities are straight. Feel free to share some of your fun facts about yourselves in the comments as well, because you never know, guys, we could be brand new best friends. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you guys think we're gonna be friends, because I think this is gonna work. I think it could. So make sure you subscribe and have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video.